It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to it, your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, live on SABC3. Mondays are all about relationships. Yes, that's why we call them Relationship Mondays. And we explore attachment theory today. We're asking, what is your attachment style in relationships, whether these are romantic relationships or otherwise? And we're back with therapist, speaker, and trainer Asha Dullabh to unpack this topic. So do weigh in, as you have, with your questions and your comments on our Facebook page, Expresso Morning Show, SABC3. And of course, we did implore you to give us a call on 021 110 552. But we've got some social media comments.
Yes, we do. Now, which attachment styles do you fall under? Ulukona starts us off saying, Ubana, secure in being single. She's a single queen and she is secure within that, which we love as well. I mean, it's also very important to be able to accept being single and be okay with being single instead of always like constantly craving or looking out for
relationships or
Yes.
Asha, on that note, do you have cases where people find that they become insecure from being single? Just the state of being single just drives them into insecurity and they start asking themselves questions like, why am I single? Am I unattractive? Do people not like me?
I think a lot of people will question, am I lovable? Am I worth being in a relationship? Am I relationship material? And as much as some people can say that they're comfortable, but sometimes it's really resonating. You need to really ask that question, am I comfortable being alone?
Yeah.
Because we need to be careful of that ultra-independence mode that some of us sometimes get into. But of course you get people that are quite comfortable being alone, happy, as long as they are true to themselves.
Yeah,
there's another comment.
Yeah, the next one comes from Badudu, who says, good morning, faithful avoidant. If you can just unpack that one for us a little bit.
Faithful avoidant, probably like he's very comfortable being avoidant. You know that these are people that also crave intimacy, but they fear it at the same time. Remember that the biggest fear with the avoidant is the fear of rejection.
Can you unlearn that style? Is it possible to reconfigure and find a new way of approaching your attachment style?
I think absolutely. With awareness and understanding oneself's patterns, one can unlearn and work towards a more secure attachment style where you feel that you're very comfortable having people depend on you and having, you depend on others, supporting each other. I think the key thing here is to look at the word care. We need to be caring for each other in a relationship, whether it's with your friend, with a parent, with a primary caregiver, with your partner. And care is the consistency, it's the attention, it's the responsiveness, it's the empathy, and I can add the S, cares, support. And when we have those elements, we feel secure.
Yeah.
I love that. And finally, we ended off with Dorothy, who says, I'm single, Shem, crying emoji, heartbreak emoji. But you've touched on just being able to be comfortable, with being alone.
For me, I love the fact that we've just addressed exactly that. And Dorothy, this is beautiful because the answer has really just been given to you by Asha there. It really is a process of digging in to yourself and doing the work and not finding yourself in a state where you are sad because you're single. Stop making the fact that you're single about yourself and your worthiness. It's not about
Definitely not.
Right?
Now we're going to get into the second part of our conversation. The first one, we unpacked the different styles of attachments within relationships or intrapersonal relationships, however way you want to put it. But how do those styles of attachment affect each area of your life in general? It's work, friendship, family, etc.
And it actually affects all our relationships. So someone that may appear confident or independent in their career may be very insecure in their relationship. So they can have a very mixed bag of how they respond and react to the outer world and other relationships. So it's again trying to work towards that authenticity and being transparent in all circumstances in life.
Mental health. Let's talk mental health, my friend. Can our attachment style affect our mental health? And if so, you're already nodding. How? What is the spectrum to which our attachment style can affect our mental health?
So if we look at the anxious type, I mean, those people are very prone to get anxiety disorders. There's definitely a link between mental health and our attachment styles. And even if you're looking at the personality spectrum, these personality types are very easily, because they have the fear of abandonment, they can you know, have traits of borderline personality disorder. And then, of course, you have the avoidant type that can be a bit antisocial, can lean towards narcissistic traits. So there's definitely a link between our mental health and our attachment styles.
As we were chatting while Jamie Lee and Raul were cooking,
More
or
Jamie Lee,
trying
really,
to-
because I mean,
attempting
Ryle
to
messed it up.
make whatever they were making in the kitchen. You mentioned that you want to clarify something about, you know, we also need to be able to take responsibility of our actions and not only place, you know, blame for our personalities on how we were brought up or our parents and their relationships.
Absolutely. I think it's so important for us not to get into this mode now and saying, oh, my parent was an alcoholic and this is the way I am. And, you know, so we need to realize that our parents have done the very best they can, and they still do. I think parents do the very best they can. And remembering that they come from their own scripts and their own attachment styles that probably they haven't worked through. So it's just about that awareness.
I absolutely love that. Asha Dullabh, thank you so much for coming through and explaining to us the different types of attachment styles that, you know, different people from different parts of the world subscribe to. It's given us a clearer understanding of who we are and how we act in our relationships. So once again, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And Asha, how do people get in touch with you?
Email info@ashadullabh.com or my website, ashadullabh.com.
Oh, thank you very much for engaging us. It's really been fantastic. And of course, your comments, let's keep that conversation going. Asha does look actually at the comments on our Facebook page, Expresso Morning Show SABC3. And of course, she may throw in a bit of a consultation there and respond to some of your questions there.